the crochet world. How's everything going? I'm a little bit today, but we're good. And oh, there goes Lou. I'm sitting up here more in the, trying to be in the light a little bit better today. The sun and everything is trying to peek out today, but don't know how long that'll last. So I'm trying to sit in like a little comfy chair here in the corner. We got all of our furniture moved out of here, so I don't have the sectional right now. I just have the little corner piece until we get our furniture delivered. So our living room is chaos right now, but that's okay. So we can still crochet. It doesn't matter. So we're still here for the crochet. I'm trying to find something to watch on YouTube too to kind of pass this. Oh, and I didn't put up in the community tab or anything about being on this morning, so I don't know if we'll have anybody or not, but you know what? We're here. We're still here. Turn that down. So yeah, we're here. So right now, this morning, I am actually working on keychains as my first round of things. So I put everything in the description box of what I have big ambitions, to work on a lot of things while I'm on here today, but I did put the links to what I'm working on. I'm actually working on keychains. This is what I'm working on right now. I love the color of these. And then I also have them in silver. And really, oh, my fingernails are bad. I took my acrylics off and I'm letting them like repair, and so they're looking bad, people. They're looking bad. I know. I'm a retired nail tech. I know. Then I have these right here too, which I haven't tried these yet for the keychains, so we'll see. And then I do have a pacifier that I'm wanting to make. I've made several already, but I wanted to try this little heart. I think it's really cute. I have some plastic ones that I got actually from Hobby Lobby too, but I haven't tried those yet. And they actually have this same top right here, but it's a little bit thinner, so I'm going to have to use a thinner hook to go in there. I'll probably have to use like an E hook to get it started and then go from there. So, and then also I have been working on my boot cuffs again, and I put the link in my bio again, or well, not the bio, but the description of the pattern that I followed for this, which is really cute. And I went ahead, they sewed on the actual lace, but I did not. I crocheted it. So that's the only thing any different. I went ahead and used the pattern for this. And they do fold up. They're real easy. So they'll be like they're like one size fits all kind of even. So they have some stretch to them so you can kind of adjust them. I don't have the buttons sewed on yet, but we'll get there. So I have those that I was going to kind of work on. Like I said, I have in my description the pattern of where to go on that. I think actually it was Highland Hickory Design is where I got that at. So then I'm working on the sack hats, the cat ear beanies and stuff. That again is just my own pattern. I'm kind of going off, Beetlejuice coming out, came out and stuff. So I think those are kind of cute for the Beetlejuice for Halloween. So yeah, I'm just full of all kinds of everything today. So, what are you all working on? Hopefully everybody's doing good and, hello everybody. Oh, good. Oh, well, thank you, Brooke. Thank you, Sakar. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but thank you. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well today. I was up super duper early today because my husband actually had to go get an MRI, so we were up super early this morning. So yeah, I just decided to hop on now. It's like 9 o'clock where I'm at right now. I'm in Illinois, so Oh yeah, it very much is, Sakar, because I have been doing, crocheting since I was like 8 years old, and it is a lot of fun. It is very fun and very relaxing and passes the time. So, you know what? Nothing's gonna phase me because I have the Lord Jesus Christ in my life. So, the enemy be gone in Jesus' name is all I'm gonna say. So, yeah, just everybody, just yeah, just let me know what you're working on and stuff, and if there's any of these projects that you've been working on that you have patterns for and stuff, all about sharing and learning. So, because again, like I said, keychain right now, I've listed everything in the description of what um, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I know I'm going to have to, figure out some stuff for some of these people. So, because I'm just kind of getting started and stuff, and I know I'm going to have some, more moderation and things like that, but it doesn't affect me. I don't care. They can just go on and keep saying whatever. I don't really care. And the more replies that I get on here, whatever, actually, they're helping boost me. So, and not going to affect me any. Doesn't bother me. I'm protected. Doesn't matter. And the more, you give it anything, the more, they're going to get their jollies out of it. And I really don't care. So I'm not going to speak over it anymore. Thank you, Jesus. So anyway, for this pattern, like I'm doing the keychain right now, it's a wristlet. So it's a super easy pattern. And like I said, I have it written down because, oh my gosh, I have to have notes because if I don't. But the keychain wristlet, I found it on Lavender Fields off of Pinterest. And I've just been going by its pattern because it is a super easy pattern. And you just do 20 of these clusters all the way up. And then you go to attach it. And I have found that if I kind of turn it inside out to attach it right here, it makes it so much easier and it hides the stitches and it doesn't look so bulky. So, yeah, it ends up laying really nice and everything. So I really do like the pattern. Hey, Lulu. Yes, E-Money, I enjoy knitting too. I don't do it as much. I don't do knitting as much as I do crochet, but I do enjoy it. Um, I've just been doing crochet longer. I self-taught myself for knitting, but my aunt taught me how to crochet very young, so I've just kind of stayed with that. And it's very I do. It's a nice stress reliever, and I enjoy it. I recommend it to anyone, honestly. I just, because I recently retired from being a nail tech for 18 years, just shy of 18 years. So, and before that, I was in the medical field. So, um, so yeah. So now I have time to do this more. I mean, I did it a lot before, just, for friends and family and stuff. Which it's a good thing to kind of, make some extra income on the side and stuff, you know. And like I said, I have good ambitions of making a lot of things today. I'm working on several things, but I have everything in the description of what I'm going to try to work on today. But anyway, and where I found them and stuff, because I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Because even if it's something that I found as an inspiration and I adjusted it for myself, I'm definitely going to give credit where credit's due. Now, there are some things like with the sack hats, or the cat ear beanies, kind of like what I'm working on here. They're all over the place. I mean, you can make those your own. Just find one that, even if you see a color scheme and you just kind of know how to do it the way you want to do it, because there's so much inspiration out there. So, and there's different girls, and well, there's a couple of actual guys too that I watch that crochet and stuff that really have some great stuff out there. 15, 16, 17. So I have 3 more clusters to make before I'm done. So yeah, and even there's sometimes whenever they have stuff that they've made that I really enjoy, that give a shout out to them too. I mean, I'm new at this live stuff. I have a lot of shorts out there and stuff with me and Luna. If you want to go and just check out our little shorts every day, they're cute, with my little Lou. She's my, if some of you don't know, she's my Pit Lab mix, and she's a sassy little thing sometimes, and it's just fun. It's our morning routine a lot of times, but there's a lot of mornings that we may not have anything, so, but it's just kind of fun. But since I've retired, I have time now to kind of do more things with YouTube and stuff, so, and, I feel like whenever I'm on here, I'm crocheting with people and getting to know people and stuff, and just, it gives me more oomph to do it, I guess, and just feel it makes it nicer and more fun. One more. But I do appreciate you all interacting with me and stuff, and even the ones that, think that they're not so kind, they're in need of some love too, and all about spreading kindness. So yes, absolutely, absolutely, many. Yep. There are some people out there that just, but okay, I've got 20. So yeah. There's just some out there that just, it is what it is, and you just gotta let it go. Believe me, I've been through way too much of my life and build too much strength in who I am and where I come from, and all the health things that I have went through. It's like, nope, nothing's gonna get me. Nothing's gonna get me. So their hurting is why they are the way they are, and I can still love them because of that, you know, because I understand. But it just takes time for them to get to their point of breaking and coming to that realization and finding freedom, you know? So now I'm gonna try to sew this together because I did a couple of these already where I've done this, but then I always have to remind myself to turn it inside out and do it the right way. So yeah, I just kind of turn it inside out and I kind of leave it here so then I know to put it back the other way. And I'm sorry, I'm going to try to make as much sense as I can, but you know, and I just use one of these plastic needles, and I do have some of the metal kind of cross stitch needles that I use too that has more of a blunt end, because those work really well, but I find sometimes the eyes on them aren't big enough for the acrylic. Sometimes, you know, it kind of wants to fray, and even whenever you go to use some of the cotton, it doesn't always want to. Can't always get it threaded right, so. But I just do like a little whip stitch going through the ends, and then going through this little hook here. And just kind of whip stitch it together on it, doing it inside out to join them. Lulu, you were just outside. And then I usually do try to go around the sides right here, and I'm sorry, the sun. I thank you, Jesus, for the sun today, because oh my gosh, we've been living in like clouds for weeks, but we are very fortunate where we are at that we have not got any of that horrible like flooding and all of that, because there's a lot of people that I follow online that are in those areas. Oh, and it's been scary. So we are very fortunate. So I'm just not even going to complain. I'm not going to complain or say anything. So. And then I just kind of go up the sides a little bit to hide that yarn. Because I'm on the back side of it. So I kind of go through some of the loops of my puff stitches to just kind of hide that, to reinforce it. Nope, I need to come back down to the other side. I forgot about that. I'm getting ahead of myself. I come back down the other side. I'm finding with where I sat before, it was easier for me to show what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to move my deal so then I can show better. Then on this side, I just want to bring those sides together and reinforce that with a whip stitch to kind of close that off and reinforce it. Again, working on a wristlet keychain. Found the pattern on, I gotta look at it again, Lavender Fields is where I found it off of Pinterest. So, if anybody's interested in finding it, I put it in my description. Okay. Then I want to leave it inside out so I can hide these. You just want to run it through the back end, through some of your loops to kind of hide it. and snip it off. Hold on, Will. Let me let you out here in a minute. You was just out. Oh, well, doggone it. I'm having troubles. Okay, and then snip that one off. And then turn it right side out. And then we got it sewn together. So then it just makes kind of a clean edge, and it kind of it'll hide kind of where you hid your strings and everything. So now I'm going to try working on a pacifier. On my pacifiers, I used a different pattern, of course, my pacifier holders. I'm going to try to bring this down more. And on my pacifier pattern that I found, it was an inspiration that I found off of, I'm not going to pronounce it right, but I'll spell it. It's URBAKI. URBAKI.com. And I found it on Pinterest as well. That's where I find the majority of all my patterns, actually. But anyway, I found it as an inspiration, and it is a super easy pattern to do. It's kind of like your shell stitch almost, kind of like a curved shell or whatever. Because it is a paid pattern. It's not a free one. But again, like I said, I want to give, credit where credit is due. For anything that I have of inspiration, I always want to make sure, make certain that I do that. So yeah, Baki, something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it, but anyway, it's in my description. So I put everything that I'm working on today in my description, so y'all can, go and find it if you're wanting to try any of them. So I do have some of these that I've already made, but I've got them put away in my market stuff. I went through and organized everything and got everything kind of put together. So I've already got it put away. So anyway, where's it at? Okay. Well, since this is pink, I am going to go ahead and use my cone that has, and I cannot remember the name of this. Is it Country something? It's the peaches and cream. So, seems like it was Country something. I've had it for a while. I made a bunch of headbands during shutdown. And because I don't live far from hospital here, and I know a lot of people that worked at the hospital, so I put out that I was making headbands and stuff for people, and I used it for that. So it's left over from back then. So like I said, I can't remember the name of it for sure, but I think that's what it is. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this one for that pattern that I want to do. We're going to see, because the other pattern I had, it's not this straight bar. It actually came up and had like a peak in it to where you could just do like a chain. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on this one or not. We'll find out. I think I'm gonna do four single crochet across on here, and we'll see what happens. And chain one, and do another 4. Actually, I need to move to my bigger hook now. I need to go back to my G. Okay. Back to my G. And chain 1 and do 4 across again. Ooh. Okay, and then I'll chain 1, and then I'm going to do a decrease of 1 here. Didn't do it. Do a decrease here on this one. And then do another decrease. So we end up only having 2 instead of 4. Chain 1 and turn. And do a decrease on this one to end up with 1. And then I'm going to chain out, I think it's 38. If I'm remembering right. Yes, I have it written down. So I'm going to chain out 38. Actually, I may just stop at 30 because this is a little bit thicker than the other that I was using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm adjusting this pattern even more. Let's go with that one. I'm just going to go for 38. I'm just going to go for it. I don't think it's going to be too long. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so at the second chain on the hook, I'm going to do 1 single crochet. Then in the next, I'm going to do 3 double crochet. And then in the next, I'm going to skip that next one, and in the next put the single crochet. Skip the next chain, and the next do 3 double crochet. Skip the next, and the next 1 single crochet. So yeah, just every other one. Skip 1, 3 double crochet. Skip 1 single crochet, skip 1, 3 double, and as I'm going, I just realized, I think I missed it. Thank you, E-Money, you too. You've probably already gone, but oh, hello from Russia. I am actually making a pacifier holder right now, Angelica. Is that right, Angelica? And skip 1, single crochet. But I'm going to go ahead and follow through with what I'm doing as far as my pattern goes, because I think what I should have done was waited on this one. It's a different clip that I'm using, so I think I should have waited and joined whenever I got down here at the bottom and done like a 3 and went across. But I'm still going to go ahead and do it to follow through with this, just to see. We'll see where we're at. May come up with some kind of inspiration to make it still turn out. And then skip one again. Ooh. One single crochet, skip one, 3 double. Skip one, single crochet, skip one, 3 double again. And again, I have everything in the description of what I'm working on today. I just finished up doing a keychain wristlet, and the information for that is in the description, where I found my inspiration for it and the pattern and everything. Some of them are paid patterns, some of them are free patterns, some of them are just ones that I saw that I liked, and it's like, oh, I can do it this way, and made it my own. So I encourage everyone to do that, because then you do make it your own. Because that's what I like about some of that stuff, is that you can just go online, you see it, and you think, oh, they did that, but I can do this. You know? It makes it fun. So. Okay, and here at this point, what I should have done was go to this point and then chain to go out here. And then put the single crochets across, and then turn it and go back down the other side. So, but I'm still going to try to make something out of this. We'll see what happens. Because this is going to be for me, because I have a little granddaughter that I can use this for. And I'm going to do another one to kind of show you. So what I'm doing is that I just went ahead and clipped off that one row. On my other one originally, you did not have to do that. So, but I'm using a different clip, so it threw me off, so I apologize. So now I'm going to go back down the other side, attach your thread, yarn, whatever. Because you can make these out of acrylic yarn or cotton. I chose cotton. I'm stuck. Okay, now we're going. I chain out 1 to 2 to do the. It depends on if you want that first one to be counted as your first double crochet. If you don't, then modify it as you wish. Again, make it your own on how you like. So I put that first shell in with that shell. Then I moved to the single crochet spot that I had on the opposite side and put a single crochet there. And then move to the next shell and do 3 double crochet. And do a single crochet. Double crochet. Again, right now I'm working on a pacifier holder. I have everything in the description of what I'm working on today. If you want to go check that out. And what are all you working on today? Everyone's a little more chatty today. I mean, we've had some adventure in here a little bit today already. And, you know, made a little lively today. And that's good. I want people to interact. I'm getting ready for our Apple Fest that's getting ready to be here in about 2 weeks. So I'm just kind of finishing up some simpler things to get some stuff restocked and everything, because I do have my Etsy and stuff. So working to keep it going too. So close to the end. One last shell, 3 double crochet shell here. And then I join it to the very first double crochet at the end of the row. If I can get it to go now, because I made that pretty tight. Do the slip stitch there, then I chain out 20, because this will be where the pacifier, where you loop it. Okay, I did 20. I don't know if I want it quite that long, because I'm using a thicker, I'm using the sugar and cream. Is it sugar and cream? I don't know. Peaches and cream, sugar and cream, whatever it's called. The cones. I get them screwed up all the time. So anyway, and it's a little bit thicker than the other cotton I was using originally for some of these. So I think I'm going to take out 5 stitches and see what that does. I think that's about right. So 15 for this size of cotton is good, I think. So I just go back in at the end of that row again too, and I do a slip stitch, knot it off, make an extra chain to knot it off and cut it, and then just hide my yarn on the other side. Lulu, you went and hid. That's why Mommy didn't take you out. Gonna have to let her out. Okay, I've hid that in there. And so all I need to do is clip it off. Okay. And then I have the other side to clip off. Already got that one hid. Clip it off. This one here is already done. Clip it off. Actually, I don't really mind what I ended up doing with that. It's going to work for what I want this one for. Because it's going to to my little girl, my little grandbaby. So it's going to work, and it's going to reinforce that kind of. And it's the first time I've used this clip, so it'll be alright. Because to me it kind of reinforced that a little bit more to go ahead and do that. But I'll figure out a different way to kind of even clean it up a little bit more. So yeah. Sometimes we don't always have to frog things if we make mistakes. We can, you know, they can be happy little mistakes, you know. Are you going to come up here with me? Are you going to come up here with Mom? And crochet with the people? Okay. And it doesn't take very long at all. Doesn't take long at all. Oh, what did you do, sis? Easy. So if you're wanting to, you know, learn how to do just simple things. I mean, because that's what I've been trying to share lately, is just like super simple stuff. So if anybody is wanting to start doing this and has it at, you know, have it as an extra income or do something like that. Sometimes if you watch people kind of do it as you go, I'm not the best at explaining though. I'm trying to get better at it, but I like to just do it. And if people have questions, ask me. So, but right now, I'm trying to rip out this. I was making a top, and I ended up, I was like, meh, it's more than what I want to invest time in, and it was getting, like, huge. And I'm like, I don't know that this was the best yarn to use, or thread, cotton thread to use, so I am trying to frog it, and get some of the yarn out of it so I can make a few keychains out of it, because I haven't made any in this color yet. So I'm going to switch back to doing a keychain. And I am probably gonna try some of these. The ones I have been using, I really do like these, the D-ring ones. I really do like them. I got those in silver, and then I'm down to, I only have 2 left of like the bronze, or if you want to call it like an oil red bronze, you know, kind of. I like these two. I really do like those for some of the neutral fall colors and stuff. Yeah, because I made, it's bruschetta. I used I like this cotton, or I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. So this is the bruschetta, is what I use on it with the bronze D-ring. So, and I do like it, their cotton too. And I just lost my ball. Yarn ball. So, oh my gosh. This is gonna be fun, y'all. I'm playing catch. So, but yeah, I think I've got enough taken off of this now that I can get me a keychain or 2. I was wanting to make at least 2 keychains out of this, because I'm trying to do about 2 colors each, just to keep me stocked, because, you know, we're going to start having Christmas markets and stuff happening too, so. So I want to stay as stocked as I can. I don't know if I'm going to like these round rings as much or not, but we'll see. We shall see. And this pattern again, like I said, I got the keychain wristlet pattern from Lavender Fields off of Pinterest, and it is just lavenderfields.com. I have it in my description. And all it is single crocheting 5. And I hide my yarn in it as I go, so then you don't have to worry about that. And it calls to do a stacked single crochet. So all that is doing your regular single crochet. And then there's this loop that's right here. You just want to put your hook in through there. Draw up a loop. And then pull it through those 2 loops. So then you have a stacked single crochet. Then you skip the next single crochet, and in that center then you want to do like you're doing a double crochet. So you wrap it around once, stick your hook in, pull up a loop, and you want to pull it up so you get a good nice length. Then wrap it again, stick your hook in, pull up another loop, wrap it, insert your hook, drop another loop. You should have 7 loops on your hook. Again, showing this for people that don't know. Wrap your yarn around your hook again and pull through all of those loops. I go ahead and just do a chain right there. And then you wrap it around again, and in the same center single crochet, you want to insert your hook, drop a loop, wrap, insert hook, drop a loop, wrap, insert hook, drop a loop. 7 loops again, drop that through all 7 hooks, 1 chain. Then on this last single crochet on the end, you want to do a double crochet. And that's your first row that has your puff stitches. I don't chain 1 at the end for the next row. It says not to, probably because it is a stacked single crochet. So again, you insert your hook without chaining. Just insert it. I don't know if I can get my hook. Draw it up, do your single crochet. Then there's this loop right here, if I can get in frame. You want to insert your hook in that loop. drop a loop, go through the 2 loops. So that's your stack single crochet. That was a new one on me. I mean, I've been doing it for a while now, but there for a while, whenever I was going and looking into new patterns and stuff, it was like a stack single crochet. Okay. But I do like it. It does I mean, it does give it good edges and stuff. Do I use it all the time in things that I'm just making up or doing? Not necessarily, but I have. So, but it is a good stitch to have for, like, for good clean edges such as this, because then you do a double crochet on the end of that row then. See, I keep wanting to do a chain, but I don't need to. Do your stacked, and then do your puff stitches again. You'll have 7 loops, draw through all 7, chain 1, then do the puff stitch again. Super simple. Super simple. Even for people that are just starting, it's just your basic basic chain, single, and double crochets done in fancier ways, I guess. So, and then just do the single crochet at the end again. And I do 20 of these as the length that they have shared to make it. You can always make them wider if you want to, or smaller. But I've been doing the 20. This is what I did with this one here. And it's just 20 of the puff stitches. And it goes super fast. I mean, gifts, awesome ideas for gifts. Because Christmas is coming, so you can make them up pretty quick for your friends, family, co-workers, a teenager getting their license, all kinds of stuff. And we're all trying to watch what we spend and stuff a little bit. Gas prices have went down, at least, that's for sure. It was $2.89 as I was coming through town, coming back from the hospital today. So I didn't think that was too bad. It's been way over $3 for a long time around me. So, and I live in the middle of nowhere. I am in the country, in the middle of nowhere. So. Yep. Draw through that last one. working on my keychain wristlets. Everything's in the description of what I'm working on today. If anybody's wanting to do any of the projects that I'm working on. It's pretty quiet here today. Luna, she's sleeping. She's bored. She's bored. Daddy went to work. Mommy's online crocheting. She was wanting out earlier, but I think it's just because she's bored. She's already been out like 3 times. I don't know what she did whenever I wasn't home, because it hasn't been that long since I retired, so, and I know I keep talking about that, but I'm just trying to make conversation, I guess, so. Oh, nope, don't need that. So how's everybody doing this morning? I had a lively group first thing. Everybody's getting quiet now. And the sun's getting to where I can't see my screen. I wanted to move over here because where I'd been before, you couldn't hardly see anything, so, but now, the sun, which I am so thankful for, I'm so glad for the sun because it's been pretty gloomy, as it has been in a lot of places. We're just fortunate that we weren't in any hard-hit areas. So that was pretty bad, and I feel for those that were. I'm gonna have to move this so I can see a little better. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see better or not. Maybe. I'm gonna take that out. Mess that up. Split the yarn. This yarn is yarn that I frogged another project, so some of it is wanting to kind of split on me a little bit. But it's that lily sugar and cream, peaches and cream, whatever you want to call it. Like I said earlier, I get them screwed up all the time. I've used both, so it's just kind of a different consistency, but I really like it for these wristlets. Because you can, you know, at least kind of hand wash. I mean, you have to be kind of careful because you do have the metal, but to me they just hold up really nice and they don't get all, you know, pilled and frayed and stuff. So, but yeah, I was making a top out of this and decided I didn't like it. And I don't think this was really the right kind of thread yarn to use for it, so I hadn't made any of the wristlets out of this color yet. So I thought, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And again, I have the link to the pattern for these in the description. And after I get this one done, I am going to move to the sack hats, cat ear beanies. They're called, and those are kind of two different things that they're called, I guess. I've made several in different colors, but then with the movie coming out, I made some of these last night, and I thought they were pretty cute. So, this one I was trying to make in child size, and I ended up getting too many rows across this way, so I may have to extend it out just a little bit more, because it is more, probably more teenage, like preteen size maybe, so I need to fix that. So, but this toddler one, child's one, pretty cute. And again, didn't have a pattern for that. I just made it my own with whatever stitches that I wanted to do. I just kind of made it my own. So I'm getting ready to do this hot pink of the big twist. What's it called? Maybe just hot pink. Oh yes, what do you know? Hot pink. Then this by Yarn Bee. I love the soft and sleek low pill. I use a lot of that. So I'm going to use it too, and it is just silver gray. So I'm going to make sack hat, cat ear beanie, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to make one of those next. So I'm about done with this keychain wristlet. I'm talking and getting off track, and I could have probably had it done already, but I keep talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 4 more of the puff stitches to do. Need to keep my eye on the time today too, because I have a chiropractor's appointment today. So, come on. Two more. There we go. Where you going, sis? Don't get my coffee. I'm gonna land in my coffee. You just don't know what you want to do you? You don't know what you want to do? Yeah, I moved your bed on you, didn't I? You want the sun? With the storms and everything, she's not been wanting to come out a whole lot. She gets really anxious. She has a good amount of pit and lab both in her. So she does. She gets pretty anxious with storms. So it's been storming a lot here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So she's kind of coming off that, I think. I think she's just trying to come off of all of that, and I don't blame her. But she's just kind of all over the place. So may not get to see as much of her today. Okay, again, I kind of turn it inside out and match it up. So that all my sewing is on the inside. And I keep trying to adjust this because, I don't know, I think I'm going to go back to my original seating after today. I was trying to change it up thinking that maybe it would work better, but I don't think it's any better. I think I was better at my other place, sitting in the Hubs recliner. Because right now we're waiting for our furniture to be delivered, so I have limited areas to sit right now. So I left our little corner part of our huge sectional, so at least me and Luna would have a place to kind of just chill, because she always wants to sit with me, especially of a night, and this little corner section is kind of always been her little place. Plus, there's like a ton of pillows back here. I say it's her pillow fort. It's her pillow fort, so she just kind of hides out back there behind me, and which I'm okay with. She wants to hang out with Mom. Been waiting a long time to be able to do that. Okay, then turn it right back side out so I can kind of see that I got all my stitches. If I need to reinforce anything on the sides, I think on this side right here it's a little bit open yet, so I'm going to kind of reinforce that. So turn it wrong side again, and I'm just going to weave my thread back towards the other direction, so then I can go back to this other part to reinforce him. Get him out of the way. And I just want to kind of catch a couple loops there on the edge of that to get that, to reinforce it. And do another loop again through there. To reinforce it. Again, this is inside out, so take that opportunity then to weave in your ends. Just kind of, you want to make kind of a zigzaggy pattern almost a little bit, so then it makes it harder for it to come out with all the wear and tear of what you'll be using it for. And I tried to go through some of the loose stitches, some of the tighter stitches, just to kind of hide it, because you're not going to see it. So reinforce, reinforce, because you want to make good quality products. People are paying good money for and trusting you to give them good product. Take pride in it, because, you know, it's your craft. And so then I got it. The seam is on the inside, so we don't have to worry about it. Now we've in my ends and you don't really see it, and if you can a little bit, so what? It's on the inside, nobody's gonna see it. Don't be afraid of like reinforcing. Oh, right there. Forgot about him. I need to clip him off, because I've already got him hidden, because I hid him underneath my single crochet when I started. So I just kind of gather that up a little bit and nip it as close as you can without getting any stitches. And kind of spread it out a little bit. And you're good to go. Good to go. So I got one of these made. I've got the bruschetta color made with the bronze. And this was the D ring. And this one is with O, which I don't know if I'm going to like the O ones as much. I think I'm going to stick with the D, but I'll probably still end up using some of the O ones. But, and then I did the pacifier holder with the heart. Sorry, got it turned around. You want to see it, not me. Okay, so now we're going to move on to... Did I get that? Oh, I thought I got my coffee. I was like, oh, that's smart, Johnna. Real smart. Move this down and out of the way. I have this fun color too. I don't remember the name of it, but we may do something with it here after a bit. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I'm going to start on my hats. Try to get a hat done. Clean up some of my stuff, get it out of the way. And I've been working with an H hook for this other stuff, but I think I'm going to change it to an I hook. The I hook, for some reason, is my favorite hook. Don't know why. I think part of it is because I do tend sometimes to stitch tighter stitches, and with the I, it ends up being just right, and I end up with the right gauge. So I think for my hats, I'm going to switch to an I hook. And some of my sack hats, cat ear beanies, I have done just your basic double crochet, and then there's some that I've half double crocheted. These, this one that I did all half double crochets. And what I did, I just chained out how many I wanted for the length. For this hat, I measured out, I think it was like 17, because that is more the size of more of like a child hat. So what I did was do the first 2 rounds of the black right here, and then I joined it at the white right here. You can kind of see a little bit. Excuse me, I'm getting hiccups. I joined the white, and then I just worked on the round, joining at each round, doing as much of an invisible join as you can, and then I just did it that way. And then I just had one seam. I didn't have to do the seam across here and then the seam down. I just had the one seam. So I made a longer stitch on that one than the rest, but that's okay, it's in the back anyway. So anyway, I just did it simple. On this one, I did an assorted at the bottom. I started with like single crochet, and then I did some half double, and then I did some slip stitches in there too, just to kind of give the very beginning of it a different look. And I even did it on up here a little bit, just to kind of highlight that a little bit, so whenever it's on, then it kind of just highlights it a little bit different. I mean, with it on, you'll be able to see it differently, but I just thought that was kind of neat for something different. But this one that I'm making now is the hot pink and gray. And I think I'm going to start out with the gray on it. And I'm going to make it, probably measure it out 17 inches, chain out 17 inches, get my tape out, and probably do it the same as what I did that other one where I joined at the third row, because it just does make it easier if you're using multiple colors just to go ahead and join them, because whenever you get done, then you have all of these strings like this one, especially for me. I mean, it's a mess on the inside, but it doesn't matter because you can't see it. But I had all of those separate ends, and I just kept pieces of those ends, so then I could just, you know, sew them together. So thank goodness I just had only the one end, and then I just had the solid here at the top to join. So, and it's not bad, but if you get multiple colors like that to have to join it, it is a pain. But they're cute. So again, I'm using an eye hook and I'm just chaining to 17 inches. And this will be for like a kid size hat because it will stretch, but you want the cat ear beanies to be a little bit more snug because then it'll show kind of the sack part or the ear part better. So I tend to make them a little smaller for any size because of that. Because you want them to be able to stick up because that's the purpose of the hat, you know? So let's see where we're at on this chain. Have some of this stuff. Okay, I'm only to about 13. Measure it again. Because I even kind of give it a little bit of a good stretch to just kind of get those. Because like I said, the hat's going to stretch anyway whenever you go to put it on. So that's what I found. If you chain it and you just give it a little stretch, because whenever you go to put it on then, and it hasn't stretched at all or whatever, to me, there's a method to my madness in it because it's already been stretched. So if you put it on and stretch it out even more and you made it that bigger size, this is going to overstretch it and then you're going to lose that sack cat ear beanie look, you know, because you do want it to be a little bit tighter, but not so tight that it's uncomfortable, of course, to be a good, you know, fit, and, you know, but you still want that to be able to show. So I've got it chained out to 17 now after I stretched it just a little bit. You don't want to overstretch it, but just enough just to kind of lock your stitches, and yeah. So then the, what do I want to do? What stitch do I want to use? I think for this one I'm going to use the double crochet. So I do like the half double crochet, but I think I'm going to do double crochet on this one. So I'm going to go with the second loop, the second chain, do your first double crochet. And see, I'm used to doing half double crochet, and there we go. So I'm just going to start with the gray and just do double crochets all the way to the end. Again, this is so easy for people trying to learn, younger ones trying to learn, even adults that are wanting to pick up the craft. Something really cute and simple to make your kids and make your little ones. And if you don't have kids and you're an auntie or an uncle, whatever, you can make these up for gifts for family, friends. Winter's coming. And there's all kinds of different hat patterns and stuff out there. This is just the one I'm working on today. I do several other, you know, beanie patterns and stuff. I do the sets with, you know, scarf sets, and the beanies with the Bootcuff sets and stuff like that, with real simple, even single crochet hats. Or again, doing like your half double crochet and doing kind of like the ribbing style and stuff. I'll probably work on some of those probably coming up tomorrow or in the next couple of days. Just depends on how things are going here. My husband has been having some health issues, and so that's why I haven't been online live like towards the end of last week, because we had stuff going on with him. So we had to go get MRI this morning early. So I'd appreciate any prayers and positive thoughts and lifting him up for good results. And if there is anything, that get it treated and we're good to go. But that's basically all that these hats are. Again, I don't have a pattern, but all the patterns that I used as inspiration, or if I used the pattern, I have them in my description, if I can talk, in my description box. I've noted, you know, if they were my inspo and I changed it, or if I actually used the pattern. Some of them are free patterns. I think one of them is not, but I used it as inspiration. Again, this is just use your freedom in making these. And you'll get a lot of practice practicing your double crochets. So if you're new to the craft, so anybody out there get hit by that bad weather that everybody had? Oh, especially in Tennessee and coastal areas. It was pretty bad. Asheville, I seen, got hit really bad. That's scary, and I feel for y'all, that's for sure. Okay, crochet 2 at the end, turn it, and just start over again with your double crochets. And I am going to do this to about a 6 this way, because that will be more for like a child preteenish type size. I believe is about a 6, between a 6 and a 6.5. But I think I'm gonna stop at 6. I'm starting out with the, what did I say it was, silver gray? Is that what it's called? Yep, silver gray by Yarn Bee, and that's from Hobby Lobby. As you can tell, I was using it for something and decided against it, like I do a lot of times. And then again, this Big Twist from Joann's, and I hadn't really ever used Big Twist until here this year. Had never used it, but I do like it. So there's a girl that I follow on YouTube that she was like, I love it. So I was like, why not? I'm gonna try it. Hot pink. So I'm gonna do a few rows of this, and then I'm gonna do a band of the hot pink. I'll probably do a few rows of the hot pink, and then like 1 row of the gray through it possibly, and then do another couple of rows hot pink, and then finish off with gray. Maybe, we'll see. Or I might just do 1 solid strip of the pink. Haven't decided yet. What's y'all's opinion? What should I do? Oh, the sun's kind of going behind some clouds again. Oh my, the time has passed. Been over an hour on here. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. Oh, and I was gonna find something to watch on YouTube too, kind of while I was in the background on here, but didn't do it. I don't even know if anything's... Is anybody working on anything fun? Come on and share. I need some talking. I need people to engage. I want to know, where are you from? What's happening? Anything going on? Anything you want to just spill your beans about? I'm here for whatever. I was a nail tech for 18 years. I was everybody's therapist back in the day. We all need some talk, chit chat, crochet therapy every now and then, right? So I will say this is one thing, along with my youngest son and my dog, that's kept me sane. So oops. Oop. That made a boo-boo there. Nope, nope, nope. Lenora, yeah, aren't we all? Aren't we all? I have, this is one sack of mine in my Cosmoprof bag. There's a sweater in there and some other things. And then I have, I don't know if you can see it or not, my laundry basket back there that has, you know, some boot cuffs and whatnot in there. So yeah. Yeah. Just keep working on them and you'll eventually get them finished. That's what I keep saying, because if you're like me, you get tired of one project after a little bit, and so you got to change it up for a second and then go back to it. Or something else will catch your eye and it's like, oh, that looks like fun. I'm going to do that. And that's okay. That is perfectly okay. Because honestly, I go back and revisit, and I'll work a little bit at a time. But this sweater I was really wanting to get done for in 2 weeks for me to wear. But I think it's still going to be too warm. I don't know. In October, it just depends here in Illinois how it gets. So... That's okay. You're down to 62. Hey, you're making progress. You're making progress. That's all we can do. That's all we can do, Lenora. I love it. I love it. You're my kind of crocheter. And you know, I got to give credit to my husband, because I mean, he doesn't say a thing. He doesn't say a word. He knows I have a method to my madness, and he knows that I know what I'm doing as far as like how my processes work in my brain. So he lets me. He lets me. He lets me. So Because right now I have two Afghans too that are in my crafting closet. So one is my fall one that I'll probably drag out and work on some evening whenever I decide to come on in the evenings, because me and my youngest share our internet as far as getting online and doing lives and things like that. So we have to kind of get a schedule with each other. Right, right. Oh boy. Yeah. You know yes, you're right. We don't need to discuss those, but amongst us, crocheters that know the language and know the ins and outs, that's all right. As long as we're ahead of it and know, that's all that matters. On this, my chaining at the end is not counting. Well, yes, it is counting. It is counting as my first double crochet. Sorry, I misworded that. So whenever I'm chaining, I'm just chaining two and turning it and going to the next stitch and not crocheting in that same stitch. Are you working on anything Christmas? Anybody working on anything Christmas yet? Or are you just trying to catch up with fall and stay with fall for a minute? I'm kind of transitioning into Christmas. I got my fall plushie stuff made, kind of. I got my chickens done. I made a couple of cute little Frankenstein plushie heads and some ghosts. Because at the market that I'm getting ready to go to, there'll probably be, a good amount of kids and stuff there too. So I've been trying to make just like some little things even for kids. Just fun things. You find something outside, Lou? Luna's come back out. Yeah. You checking outside? You want to say hi? No? Are you going to move? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're not wanting to say hi? Oh, going to stretch. Okay, well, I guess that was her appearance today. That's all she's going to give us. That's all she's going to give us, I guess, today. I may have to get up and let her out, though. I don't know. I think it's more that she's bored than having to have to go out. Again, working on a sack hat, cat ear beanie, whatever you want to call it. I know there's different names and just beanie, whatever. I'm working on more of a child size. I crocheted out 17 inches. Just doing the basic double crochet with this one. I have done different stitches for different designs for him, but I'm just going basic on this one. Plus it makes it pretty quick work up. And I just chain two at the end, turn, and go into the next stitch. Makes for a really easy project. That's why I've been, for the ones I'm doing online, just doing really basic type stuff for people that are just maybe learning. because it's getting pretty popular. People are, you know, more and more people are crocheting, so still fall and whatever we pumpkin patch the gift shops that are coming. Started the next market. Yes, good job, Lenore. Yeah, because and fall's my favorite time of year, and we used to have like a little pumpkin patch here local to me, and I wish we still had it. I wish we did. I told my husband, I was like, my dream, if we were younger, would be to have kind of like a little pumpkin patch and like a little, you know, have like your little craft thing, because we do have some ground where we have an old house on. And I said it would be perfect to have like a little, you know, like a little craft shop within that house, redo the house to make it look, you know, kind of rustic, you know, cabiny looking maybe, and doing like a pumpkin patch and, you know, pumpkin maze thing, you know, like a hay maze type thing or whatever. But our youngest does live with us, but he works all the time. He has his life. My oldest, he lives up north, so he's 3 hours away, so he's not really here. My parents are older. Yeah, there could be things that they could help him do, but it's like, you know, I don't know. It can maybe be a future project. I don't know. So that sounds really fun. You're getting to live my dream, Lenora. So that's great. That's awesome. And I hope you're having fun doing it. I'm sorry, I don't understand. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm back there still. No. She's in her pillow fort again. Hiding out in her pillow fort. Yes, good morning. Yes, it is morning where I'm at. It's, oh gosh, I don't know. It's probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock maybe where I'm at. I don't know. I don't know where, I don't have a clock right now in front of me, but I've been on here for an hour and a half. So yes, good morning and good afternoon or good evening wherever you are at. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, yes. And it's always wonderful whenever we can, you know, make those things happen, you know. And if they're meant to be, they, you know, there's always a way of finding it to happen if it's meant to be, so. Well, and I knew whenever I was thinking about retiring and getting ready to retire, um, I knew that I would be fine because I am a crafty person. I just, I, I, I make jewelry, I crochet, I do a lot of DIY stuff. Right now we are in the middle of doing renovations on our house too. So some of that's kind of been at a standstill because of our contractor and stuff too, kind of getting some things done so then I can finish some of the things that I was wanting to do. So yeah, whenever you have things like that that keep you going, because I don't know if you were on here whenever I mentioned that I was a nail tech for right around 18 years and I recently retired, and prior to that I was in the corporate world before that and decided to change careers, and I'm glad that I did because it was the best thing that ever happened. And my two sons were very young at the time, and so had my creative outlet then, so now I got it again, you know? So, because I was ready, my body was ready, it was taking a toll on me, and I was very fortunate and blessed to have a career in it, and now I'm getting to live my other dream, you know? So that's amazing. I'd love to hear stories like that. So if anybody else wants to share, go right ahead with me and Lenora and share. That's how we get to know people and build support for each other. I love it. Thank you, Lenora, so much for engaging, and thank you so much for, you know, letting me in on a piece of your life and what you're enjoying too. I love it. Again, love it. Because that is one thing that I'm slowly missing, is just being around people all the time, you know, because my husband is a truck driver, so he's not over the road anymore, so he is home every night, but, you know, it's me and Lou right now, which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with me and Lou, you know, but I do miss being around people like on the daily every day. And so this way I can do that still, you know. I feel like I'm just all over the place. This, usually I don't have to watch every time I'm stitching, but with this hook, it's a plastic hook and I don't like it. I can't find my other eye hook. My other eye hook is a steel hook that I absolutely love. Cannot find it for nothing. I usually keep my hooks with my projects. Well, that's what's happened. I don't know. It's probably in with this sweater or something. I don't know. So it feels like I just keep getting stuck. So yeah, I need to measure where I'm at on this one to make sure, because I want to space my pink too. And I'm making this about 6 to 6.5 inches wide. So I probably should switch to my pink because I'm almost at a 4. After this last row of gray, I'll switch to pink, to my hot pink. Yeah. Oh, I do too. And this isn't even all of mine. I have like a little case, and I've had this case since probably the 80s, literally. I've had it since the 80s. And it's still in awesome condition, but I use this, I always have it prepared because I do have my teeny tiny hooks, but I don't use them hardly anymore. So they're in a basket right now, but like all the hooks that I do use for like my plushies and then all these others, I always keep in this. So then I can always just grab it, you know, because I usually try to have a bag with me of some kind whenever I go anywhere. And then here, I don't know, it's been a while, maybe a few months back, they had these in Hobby Lobby, and I was like, oh yeah. So it has like your stitch markers and all kinds of things, you know, different kinds of needles, and it has the measuring tape. So yeah, it fits in this blue bag. So I just shove it in there. And I even have me like a little project case that I just got from Dollar Tree and it has a handle on it, so sometimes I even just grab it too. And there you go. So as I've gotten older, the more organized and prepared that I have become, because if I'm not, then it makes me anxious. So And so I just tried to nip everything under the sun to not cause any anxiety. Even in the things that I enjoy doing, such as the crochet, it should not be anything attached to anxiety with that. It's supposed to be relaxing and fun. But yeah, uh, later this afternoon, my next job is to find my eye hook. My other eye hook is, this is just dragging. It's dragging. It's just not flowing good. Yeah, and I'm trying to get used to my bifocals too, so that's why I'm always, about to drive me insane. I fought it for a long time getting them, and it's like, seriously? Yeah. Finally, I bit the bullet, and I've had them for a while, but I'm still fighting them so bad. And I wanted the bigger lenses and the bigger frames because with me being a nail tech at the time, whenever I got them, I wanted them to protect my eyes and the dust and flying debris and whatnot. And so I don't know if that's what's throwing me off because it's the bigger lenses that I switched to and stuff. I don't know. But I feel like I see things on the side of me because of reflection and stuff kind of in my lenses even too sometimes. Anybody else have that? Share with me. Okay. Okay, we're good on our sides. Good on our sides and everything. So this next row, I'm going to switch to my hot pink. So I'm going to leave these 2 loops on. And again, showing for people that are just starting out, just in case I have some newbies. Oh, got a little bit of brown there. Oh no, that was my prosciutto. Okay, where did I wrap you at? Where's my beginning? There we go. Some hot pink, and it's called Hot Pink, and it is by Big Twist again. Got it at Joann's. I do have a Joann's, but it's like 30 minutes away from me, so it just depends on if I want to go to the store, and if I need it sooner, I'll go to the store. If not, then I order it. And I usually knot it and then draw through the 2 loops, so then I just have extra support there because it's a hat. That's just what I do. You don't have to do it, but that's what I do. And then I'll chain the 2. And this one, I'm choosing yeah, I think I am going to choose to join it at the pink, because that's what I did with my last one. Whenever I changed colors, I went ahead and joined it. I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. So I'm just going to fold it in half. And so then I'll just have the gray to stitch together to slip stitch it or whip stitch it with a needle and thread, however you wish to do it. I've done it both ways. So I'm going to go with this next row, and I'm going to start right here with my turning chain and join it. Get that off of there. Just do a slip stitch kind of there. Oh, no. Nope, you don't want to do it that way, Johnna. What are you doing? Don't mind me, it's my first day. All joking. Y'all know what I mean. So okay. Slip stitch it through there so you have joined those two for your row that you're getting ready to do pink. And I chain the two. Go to the next stitch in the row. And then you just work your way around. So this way I'm not having to worry about cutting and doing and reinforcing and doing all the things, and it's cleaner and it looks better joined, and you can do kind of your invisible type joining or whatever works for you of joining the rounds. So now we'll just be going in the round, but we'll be joining at the end of each round. So it's not a continuous round. We will be joining at each round. I really like this pink. It's bright and fun. I don't know, does it look as bright? I mean, it's pretty bright. It's showing up pretty close to what it really is in real life. It's kind of dark here right now, but it's showing up pretty good, actually. So, showing up pretty true on my end, and from on this end anyway, it is. I thought maybe this thread was maybe going to go a little better, but I think it's still going to have some drag to it. Anybody else working on anything fun out there? I don't know. I kind of like just watching people crochet even and not talk. I mean, so that's good too. I mean, either way. Well, I like engaging with people too, so nothing wrong with just watching too. These hats work up pretty quick, but I can't seem to get my rhythm today. Like I said, I'm fighting with this hook today. Fighting with this hook. It's not my usual hook, you know, and if you're a crocheter, you know what I mean. I have my favorites and I have my ones. There's nothing wrong with this one. It's a plastic one. I'm just used to the metal. And a lot of my hooks I have had since I started crocheting. And like I said, I've been crocheting since I was 8. Maybe even a little younger. And I just turned 55 this year, so that's a long time. It's a long time. It lasts forever. It definitely lasts forever. Okay, now, we're where we joined. So, we want to join in that beginning chain stitch. I know you probably can't see it the greatest, but there it is. You just want to join it up, get in there, join it up. I lost it, so I had to get it back and lost it again. Slip it through, tighten it up, chain 2, go into your next stitch. Again, just doing double crochets. Super simple. I don't know. I was sitting thinking maybe I'd get the rest of this pink, but no. I still have quite a bit of it left. So I can do maybe a black, white, and hot pink beanie. Be kind of pretty too. Could have maybe thrown some white in this one. I don't know. Probably not now. I probably won't now. I'll probably just stick with the gray and the pink. Oh, a little hippo? Oh, that'd be so cute. I've seen like the little, is it a plushie or just like a regular, just, I take it it's a plushie maybe? But then there are some just like the, what is it? Amigurumi, however you pronounce it, so. Oh, yeah. Well, my grandson, he is 3. He was 3 in April, and I don't know why. And this, I know, is, I don't know, it's crazy to me, maybe, or whatever, I don't know, because at his age, this wouldn't have been my favorite, but, he loves Nightmare Before Christmas, and Jack Skellington is his favorite. He is infatuated with skeletons even. I mean, he just likes them and he just looks at them and like, you know, the bones and all that. And it's just kind of neat to watch him. And I made him a version of Jack Skellington. So that was my first attempt at doing anything like that before I attempted to even try to do my plushies. Because I was wanting to do the chicken plushies and stuff, and the ghosts and the Frankenstein faces, like I said earlier. And because I had never really tried those, so I thought, well, I'm going to try the Jack Skellington first. I wish there was a way that I'm not tech savvy. I don't know if there's a way to show anything, and I'm not going to try. I'm going to try. Because he already has it. He has the Jack Skellington, so I can't show it now, but. So I may just have to show it sometime online. Oh, I thought that was my son coming home, but I don't think it is. It would be too early for him to get home. He's at work. But I will show you all my view. I really do have a nice view where I'm at. I mean, it's all falling kind of. Isn't that pretty? And the interstate does run right in front of us, but I don't care. We really have a beautiful view here. And I am in the middle of nowhere, but I am along the interstate. So I just, yeah. So I kind of like sitting here because I can kind of look out as I'm doing my thing, too. And Luna. I don't even know if we can find her. Oh, there she is. She's behind me. See, she's all on the pillows back there. Oh, sister. I love this window, having this big picture window, and in our dining room we have the same. So we can look out, and the way my kid's cooking and doing dishes and everything, I get this gorgeous view. I don't take it for granted, that's for sure. Okay, I'm at the 3rd row of pink. Let me measure this first and see where I'm at, because I got to keep in mind of how wide I want it. Okay, I'm at 5 inches right now, and I'm wanting to go to 6.5. I want to remeasure it at 6, kind of see where I'm at. So I think I will go ahead and do one more of the pink, and then we'll switch back to gray. So we are just about done with this hat. Not going to take very long. making stitches. Losing focus. Got some new people hopping on, it looks like. Hello. Feel free to join in. Let me know where you're from, what you're working on. Anything fun? Okay, we're at the last row of our pink. So I've got that joined up. But I'm going to have to unjoin it because I'm getting ahead of myself. No, actually I do want to join it. I'm going to do it that way. Okay. Clip it off. Made the decision. And I'm going to leave a long enough gray tail to sew up or stitch up with slip stitch, whatever I want to do for the gray. But now I need to join it up here to finish off the top of the cat ear beanie. Make my knot to reinforce it. Sorry, I'm off out of view, but I'm having difficulty. Okay, there we go. I have my little table here too, so now I chain the two. I pull that to make it a little tighter, go into the next stitch. I hide those loops inside there. Hide them again in that next stitch. I'll pull that gray to kind of hide that joining. But yeah, the back of it, it doesn't matter. You're not going to see it. That's the inside. This is the front. And you just want to hide those stitches inside to kind of reinforce, so then you can weave it still if you want to, or leave them out and weave them completely. I just kind of like to hide them and have it already done, so then you don't have as much to do later. So we'll finish this out to 6 inches with the gray. But I want to measure it, kind of eyeball it, see if that's going to be, because I'm making more of a child kind of preteen size. I crocheted out to 17 inches, stretch the chain a little bit to kind of have it already stretched, so whenever you go to wear it, then it doesn't overstretch. Don't get too stretched out. I want it to be a little bit more secure, so then the ears or the sack part of the hat do its thing, you know, to have the ears come up. When you have it tighter, you want those to perk up. So It's nice and quiet here today, that's for sure. It is kind of nice just having some quiet. Even though I do kind of disrupt Miss Lou's day, you know now. Because she's used to being home by herself and napping and doing her thing, her doggy thing. But I think she's transitioning good. She's transitioning good. Hello again, Mr. Phosphoric? It is a cat ear beanie, or a sack hat, whatever you want to call it. One of these, where you have the cat ear beanie. So I'm just finishing up the top with the gray. I've got myself all twisted around now. But yeah. And I'm working in joined rounds on it. I went ahead and left the gray separate, and then I joined it the pink. And I'm just doing it in double crochets. Just doing real simple. Because I'm kind of trying to cover some simple things. Can I make one for you? Absolutely, I can. You'll just need to contact me with your information, kind of, I don't know if I have my email in my description or not. I think in some of my other videos I did, but you would have to email me. Oh, yes, you are. You'd have to email me or go through my Etsy. But I don't have it, I don't ship internationally through my Etsy. So where are you at in the UK? My grandparents were. And if you don't want to say, you don't have to. I was just curious. I'm getting on fire again. Croydon, south of London. Okay. Cool. Oh, I've been on here for over 2 hours now, so. Gonna have to get mindful with my time because I have a doctor's appointment that I have to go to here before too long. Yeah, no. No. Keep moving around. Okay, I'm gonna measure this real quick again. So maybe I've gotten, oh yeah. I'll need to take one row out because I made it. That's why I was like, oh, shouldn't have started that row, I don't think, because I'm gonna get too long. Which I hadn't done very many on it, so we'll stop it there. So I stopped at 2. So now, just want to turn it inside out. Keep the gray on the hook because I am just going to keep it folded. And I've turned it right side out, or wrong side out. This is the wrong side. See where I join my stitches there. And I'm going to start joining it. And whenever I join for these hats, I go through the full tops of the stitches, the V's. Because I want it to be nice and secure. So I just do the slip stitch, is all I do. I want it to be nice and secure, because kids wearing them, getting stretched out, tossed around, washed a million times. You know, I want it to stay good. And you want to have everything good and secure and well done for your projects, because, you know, as I mentioned earlier, they're paying good money for products and trusting you to make them good quality products. And you need to take pride in what you do, meaning that you always want to be mindful of your craft and make it like you're keeping it for you even, or making it for a loved one, whatever. You want them to last. So just continue to slip stitch the top. All the way to the end. You want to make sure that they're even, that you don't get them all cattywampus and out of line. From the end. close to the end. I do an extra one at the end just to make sure. Do one chain stitch. Pull it to a little tail there. Snip it off. And pull that through. Oh, getting buried. Okay, what did I do with my sewing needle? I guess put it up. Probably did when I was cleaning stuff up. Take your sewing. Actually, I think I'm going to use my pink one because it has a bigger eye. So go ahead and thread this through. And just weave that in and out. And just zigzag it around a little bit to make sure it's good and secure. So it'll be harder to unravel or anything happen to it. You get it all over the place. You're not going to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Be generous with it. But don't do it so tight that it can't move. Snip that off. Put it in your pile of scraps. Some people use them as stuffing. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get too much, and then it's like, nope, it's gone. Too much. Got too much stuffing. I gotta get rid of it. So I go. Okay. So now I'm going to attach my gray from where I attached here. Still have it turned wrong side out. Wrong side out. You want to get that other stitch out of the way so you can join these gray good, so you don't have the pink trying to bleed in there. So I have it all the way up there. I'm going to reinforce that with another whip. Move it down just a little bit and do a whip. All right, Lenora, you got your hippo done. I am so proud of you. Way to go. We are getting stuff done today, aren't we, girl? I got 2 keychains, a pacifier holder, and a beanie. So that's about the equivalent to your hippo, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing pretty quick, easy stuff. You're doing the intricate stuff today. Okay, and I'm just going through, and this one I'm just kind of doing a zigzag a little bit, kind of. I'm not doing a whip stitch on it. Sometimes I'll do the whip stitch, sometimes I just catch the ends and go back and forth. Just depends on what I feel like. A lot of times I'll go back and check it and reinforce it sometimes with the whip stitch. Just depends. Again, you don't want it so tight that it doesn't move, but you want it to be secure. Especially if it's, you know, littles that are going to be wearing them and stuff. So, getting washed and all the things, so. Last row. Oop. Want to make sure you get that last row good, because I do have the tail here that I'll be going back through with it too, and I usually do like a whip stitch right here around to reinforce it and go back up just a little bit on the end for sure with more of your width. And then I do kind of a knot there, and I go up just a little bit, do another knot, go back in between the 2 stitches and do kind of another knot. And see, And it still has plenty of room to move. And I am going to weave in this end just a little bit just to make sure that it gets all good and caught. And I'll have more that it has to get through. If it gets loose or anything happens, it'll still stay together. Okay, let's snip that one off. And I'll need to sew this pink in. Oh yeah, it's all about the little details and everything we do, isn't it? And kind of making it our own even, and going the extra on whatever we're making, you know? And making sure that everything's good. And taking our time. And yeah, there are some times when I get a little behind on some of my stuff, and it's like, okay, you gotta rein it in, Johnna. You gotta slow it down and it will get done. Still need to be mindful. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes I do allow myself to get a little, you know, it's like, nope, go back, remember what you're doing it for, and it'll get done. Going off again. I'm just kind of weaving in my ends again from the pink and the gray that I had. I still have it wrong side out. Just doing the finishing touches on getting everything hid and all my, you know, yarns and everything taken care of and hid. Get it nice and secure so it doesn't go unraveling on you. Clip that pink off now. So yeah, I have everything wove in as far as up in here where I've joined and everything. You can kind of see the joining in here, but on the outside we shouldn't, but we'll see. We'll make sure. So I need to take this from when I originally started the project, snip that off, because it's kind of frayed now. Put it back on my little needle and start weaving this in. Put that back on the hook real quick because I want to get a couple more if I can. I wish there were like shorter needles even that were like this somehow, but you know, in my head I think it sounds like a good idea, but it's still probably you know, be a pain, whatever. Okay, so I got that wove in, got that to tie or to clip off. And this is already done, the top is already done, so we only had that seam that we had to slip stitch. And then I had that little area here that I didn't go ahead and join. So now we'll turn it right side out. Get your little ears poked through. Or your little sock points, whatever you want to think of it as. Oh yeah. So the manatee, that would be cool. Oh, and the cow snuggler. Okay, here's my cat ear beanie. All done. Super easy, didn't take hardly any time. So yeah. sock hat, cat or beanie, however you want to say it. So yeah, I think they're super cute. And something easy. And then one I done earlier, like I showed earlier, just this is more of like a toddler kind of 3 and up, I'd say, size. But I did with the theme of Beetlejuice in mind. So I thought that was really cute. So, okay. Well, I think... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think they would. I think that's a different plushie than compared with some, you know, that have done. I think that would be a really good one to sell. It'd be something different. Thank you, Lenora. Okay. Well, what did I do with my white? Oh, there it is. Duh. I think I am going to get started on another cat ear beanie. Sack hat. I won't get it done probably, but I'm going to get it started. Again, using the big twist in black. I think that's what it's just called. Yeah, black. Just black. Yeah, there it is. And I'm going to use white. And since I have my hot pink out already, I'm going to use hot pink. And I'll probably stick with the same size. Now, trying to decide which color I want to start with. Oh, I think it'll be really pretty. Really pretty. Lenora, gonna get me a drink of coffee. Although it's cold now, don't really care, I'll still drink it. Start with black, I think, with this one. And crochet out to 17. Inches. Right, yeah. Oh, I have had to heat up my coffee every day multiple times. So, always. I need one of those little plug-in mug warmers, you know. I think I had one back in the day whenever I worked, you know, in the corporate world and office work. I think I did have one maybe back then, but that's been a long time. Don't have one now. Yeah, I say that, oh, I feel like I drink coffee all day long. No, I drink the same cup of coffee all day long. Candle warmer. Yes. That's not a bad idea. Never really thought about that. Never thought about it. Thank you for that little tip, Lenora. I will definitely keep that in mind because I do have candle warmers. Okay, I think we're at 17. Just got to stretch that a little bit. I may have to take some out. Yep, I'm a ½ inch off. Take a couple stitches out. Stretching out. Okay, we're right at 17 inches. And I'm just going to do the double crochet again with this one. Oh, no, Luna did move. I thought she did. I think she moved a while ago, and I'm just now remembering that she did. I'm just used to her moving all over the place, that back and forth all the time, that it's like then I forget. If she's not in her pillow fort, she is in the shower. That's where she likes to sit, is in the shower. She likes to hide there during storms, and if it's really windy, because we did have a few days there where we had that high winds and everything, you know. I think everybody across the U.S. practically had it, so. And we're in Illinois, so we definitely had some high winds. We had a lot of tree limbs and everything down, which again was nothing in comparison to what some were going through. So yeah, she, like I said earlier too, I was sharing, I think she's still coming down off of all that. Because yesterday was still a little bit on the weather, just kind of not really, she didn't really like it. And I feel for her because I've tried like the compression things and stuff on her, but it doesn't seem to work. I've tried the anxiety, like treats and things like that with her, and I've even done Benadryl, and the Benadryl kind of helps her a little bit, but if we don't get it given to her before she starts sensing it, then it doesn't work. So, because it's already got her by then, and she's already got worked up a little bit, and she's always been that way. And I think it comes from her being, she was lucky to be 5 weeks old when we got her, and she was a little runt, and you would never know it now. She is petite for what her breeds are, but you'd never know she was the runt. Never know she was the runt. But it could have something to do with that too, from being away from her mom way too soon. Because she's definitely been babied and taken care of here. She's our little girl. We don't have any little girls as far as our kids go, but she's our little girl. Did get us a granddaughter though last year in November. She's going to be a year old come the 26th of November. I think that's right. Isn't that terrible? So looking forward to that. That's went way too fast. Way too fast. Okay, so on this second round of this black, I'm about halfway there. I'm going to join it. because I'm going to change my color. Because I'm doing white and hot pink with this too, with the black. Just doing the basic double crochet. Working on my sack hat, cat ear beanies right now. So. Okay, I'm at the end. So now I'm gonna join it. And let me see, what do I want to do? I have hot pink and I have white. I think I'm going to do a row of white. And I'm joining it here. Chaining 2. And you want to pull that black, tighten it up a little bit. And again, I just start to the next stitch and I hide that stitch. Well, I dropped my black one, but I can still hide it. So pick it up and tuck the black and the white kind of in there, so it's already in there, so you don't have to worry about it later. And you can be able to snip them off. Or you can weave in the ends too if you want to, and you won't be able to see it. Okay. I will be right back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move your pillow fort around, Lou. Okay. I had to go check the time. I've got about 15 minutes. And got me a bite of a cheese stick, so I'm sorry if I'm chewing. Try not to annoy anyone. get this row finished up. Trying to decide if I want to go a series of pink and white, or if I want to do another row of white. I don't know. I'll have to decide that. I had fun this morning though. I'm glad that I was able to get on today. We had a lively session at the very beginning, and then kind of tapered off a little bit, and then I've got to enjoy some really good conversation. So it's been nice. I may try to get back on this afternoon. I'm not real sure. Have to see how things go. I have prayer group tonight. So it depends on what time I get back home from the chiropractor and all the things. And then if my youngest gets home, I think he's going live tonight too, so I may not be able to get back on. It just depends. So, because like I said, we share it, so it's kind of hard. Where we live, we're lucky if we have internet. And he actually went with a different internet provider than what we have at the house. Actually is a house-based one. And it works really good, which I am surprised because where we're at, we're surrounded by so many trees. And like I said, our internet that we have is satellite-based, of course, because we can't get anything else. Fiber optic has went through in different areas, but of course, not by us. So, okay, I was going to try and see what 2 of the white looks like. I'm trying to imagine. I don't know. I think I want to switch to pink. I think I'm thinking pink. And what's the worst that's going to happen? And, you know, I put pink on and decide that I don't. I can always take it back out. I'm not, you know. No shame in that. Part of it. Part of the crafting process. There we go. Chain one more. Those up to hide them. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be pretty to do it just like that. But you know what it reminds me of? Those Brock's candies. Those coconut candy things, you know, where it has the chocolate and the white and the strawberry pink or whatever. That's what it reminds me of a little bit. I just thought of that as soon as I saw it, and that's pretty funny. My aunts used to have those all the time. They had a little candy dish. Didn't matter when, what, you know. They always had a little candy dish sitting out. You know, it didn't matter if it was holiday or not. They'd have the, you know, the assorted Brock's candies, you know, when we were little. That was always a treat because we didn't get them at home. That and juicy fruit gum. Juicy fruit gum, that was always the juicy fruit or the spearmint at my grandma and grandpa's house. That was their thing, you know. You always, you know, got the juicy fruit or the spearmint gum. Okay, I think I'm gonna finish this pink round and then I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to sign off for now. Thank you, Lenora, for hanging out with me and everyone else that's hung out with me and conversed. I've enjoyed it, and feel free to drop in again. Feel free and go back and watch some of my other videos and stuff too. Um, we have little shorts out there, me and Luna, or well, of Luna. And whenever we had Bailey, our little Bailey, she's in some of them too. So if you like those types of things too, just some fun little things. And I have a few videos of other stuff, of just like cleaning and organizing and cooking, whatever type stuff too, just whatever, you know. Though a lot of that stuff, well, I do have one or two recent ones, I guess, but a lot of some of those were like back a year ago whenever I first kind of started just playing with it. So, but I just recently started doing the lives, so. Okay, I'm at the end of that row. Yes, it was so nice, Lenora. I am so glad that you joined. And okay, I've got the pink round joined. And I'm going to stop there. And then we can resume later on. So just watch for me later. I may possibly be back this afternoon after I get back from the chiropractor, because today is, ooh, my hair, wow. Today is a day where I'm just kind of working on stuff to finish it up for my market, which is in about 2 weeks. I'm getting ready to do kind of a mock setup thing too, so I may come on with a live to kind of do that, and some of you can kind of help me with whatever, because this is the first market I've done in several years, back in the day whenever I wasn't working. So, but anyway, try to, you know, maybe come back on sometime and do that mock setup. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. What am I doing? There we go.